Thank you for tuning in to TTP Turn the Page. Now, before we get into this video, please like, comment, and subscribe.
Hidden knowledge. Let's go through plot twists. Let's form criticisms. Let's pick up a book.
Let's turn the page. Success can be made known by our habits and our thoughts, while behaviors and practices that we settle in over time can be described as our habits. Thoughts are simply ideas that are suddenly downloaded into the mind. Now, what occurs subtly in the mind, coupled with our behaviors over time, can determine how or when we receive success. I want to make known to you a book that is challenging me on my thoughts, on my habits, and pushing me for a deeper meaning of success. That book is Successful Women Think Differently by Valerie Burton. 9 habits to make you happier, healthier, and more resilient. Success can be elusive, it can be concrete, but we all have a measure of success. What matters most, what I'm starting to find out, is does this said success, the success that I've obtained or the success that I'm longing for, does that success make me happier or healthier? That's what matters most. When I look at women today who are walking in their calling or who are obtaining different levels of various different accolades, I think to myself, what makes her different than I? Now, let's be mindful that comparison is the thief of joy, right? And that everyone has their own said talent, skills, and calling. But when I see successful women who are just thriving at life, whether it's in ministry, education, across the industries, when I see those women, and I think to myself, what is that woman doing that I'm not doing? What has made her gain these things? What has made her have the life that she has? It typically is because she thinks differently. Now, what I liked about this book is that this book taught me about positive psychology. And I know we are all a bit weary of the self-help books, right? But this book is a guidebook with several different approaches that has real life testimonies, real practical research, spiritual insight, and just guidance in a way that opens the mind to how you view your habits and how those habits have hindered or helped you into this big thing of success. This book helps women examine determining factors and whether or not they are as successful as they're capable of being. Again, when you see that woman who has unspeakable joy, when you see that woman who is obtaining all that God has called her to obtain and be, what sets her apart? What is her lifestyle like? What practices is she embodying to get and receive those things that she deems as successful? What I loved about this book is that the author comes from a coaching background. And so she uses coaching questions throughout the book to help you reflect on your habits, help you to reflect on your behaviors. Again, this book pushes positive psychology. And we know that positive psychology doesn't just dwell on the problem. It says, okay, you have a problem, but on the bright side, this is the good of the problem. Because you have gone through this situation or this circumstance, this situation has made you more resilient. It says that you're not just going to focus on your weaknesses, but you're going to focus and work on your strengths. I love this book because it was able to really check me. And again, I know we're not a big fan of the self-help books, but it's good to have a self-help book that, as you read each page, it allows you to check yourself. It gets in your business, if you will. And it says, okay, am I not doing that? Should I start doing more of that? It pushes how you are seeing yourself. I think a lot of times I know my habits, I know my deeds, I know my willpower, I know what I'm capable of, right? But what pushes me or launches me to really walk in these things that I'm longing for? It's my habits. It's my thought process. It's how I see and think of myself. And so every once in a while, we all have to really investigate ourselves, ask ourselves tough questions, and not just ask ourselves tough questions. Oftentimes, women are called to do and be so much. Women are, the creators of the universe. Women have the role of being mother, teacher, wife, daughter, auntie, sister, friend. We are called to be and do for everybody. And we can't be and do for everybody if we're not that for ourselves. And so I just want to encourage women out there, and men, but more so women, to pick up a copy of Valerie Burton's Successful Women Think Differently: 9 Habits to a happier, healthier, and more resilient life. This book was life-changing. It's something that I'm still combing through, but I really just wanted to hop on here and let you all know that success starts with your habits and thoughts. And success is measured only by you. And I think that after reading this book, I'm challenged to look at success differently. A lot of my successful goals or my thoughts of success were centered around, obtaining things, whether that be a degree or whether that be a certain amount of income. And it really just pushed me to think about an internal success and what it means to be happy overall, because that's something you can't buy, is joy. I want to leave you all with this. Know that success is at your fingertip. It is for you. It is there to just grab and hold. And once you hold it, you got to do the work to maintain it. But thank you for tuning in to TTP Turn the Page. Until we meet again, shalom.